All right, y'all, we back. So we're about to get ready to roll out this dough. I'm just gonna put a little flour on my surface here. Okay. Set this aside. And then add a little flour for my rolling pin. My dough, as you can see, has doubled in size. All right, so now we're gonna take this out of here. So you just want to kind of poke it down. My dough, I'm gonna try a different recipe next time, but I don't feel like my dough rised as much as I wanted it to. Okay, so now we're just gonna roll this out. You want to roll it. I'm gonna roll it out thin. I know they say like less than half a inch, but I'm not gonna be measuring. I'm just gonna try to get it nice and thin, maybe like the thinness of a thin pancake, maybe. Sorry about that. My heater was on. It's kind of cold today in San Diego, believe it or not. I love this time of weather. So you guys will see more. Oh, that's funny. I heard a little squeaking sound in the dough, and I guess that's like the little air pockets. All right, so I think we're almost there. I'm gonna try to roll it this way too. See if I can get it longer. You know, the longer you get it, the more rolls you can get. So it's pretty thin, which is what I prefer, so we can have more layers to pull from. This little rolling pin, I'm gonna get me a better one, but this is one that I got from the little neighborhood store called Northgate. Bought me a wooden spoon too. Probably made in Mexico. Handmade, I can tell it's handmade. Okay. Try one more time this way. What I was saying about the dough not rising as much, maybe it's just me, but it did rise. That's good enough. All right, so now, next thing is you're gonna take some butter and you just wanna spread that on. You're gonna spread it on and leave like an inch at the end. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna roll this way. I like butter. I don't know who doesn't. Of course, this is vegan butter. Doesn't make it any. I mean, butter's butter. It's still oil, so be careful with those that are not supposed to be having a lot of oil. You don't want a lot of butter, but you do want to coat it. Because when you put the cinnamon and the brown sugar on here, you want it to be able to stick. And then it just good, you know, butter and cinnamon and sugar, those just kind of go together. I'm kind of scraping up because I did kind of put like a lot of butter. Just trying to, there we go. Okay. That's good enough for that. Now, brown sugar. You want to sprinkle this. About 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, heaping. Make sure you break down those little chunky pieces. honestly, this is probably more like 3 tablespoons. So break down these little. Okay. I'm going to like press this butter, the sugar into the dough a little bit. Bam. Okay. Now cinnamon. This is of course cinnamon roll, so recipe typically calls for 2 tablespoons. I'm eyeballing it. I'm just gonna cover my surface. I'm gonna be liberal. Okay. Now, I think I should have did it this way, but it's okay. So I'm gonna roll this. You want to try to roll tight. As you get the roll going, it'll become easier. Guys, are you in the I'm yelling at my daughter. Forgot I was filming. This is rolling up nicely. Get some good flaky rolls. Ooh, got some of the dough's kind of sticking. Just keep rolling. Don't worry about it. Just try to lift it up with your fingers. A little. All right. So we are coming to the end here. A little bit more. Ooh, it's kind of, I don't think I put enough flour over here. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pull that back to give it a little logs of you. There it goes. Now we're gonna start cutting. So I'm gonna take my pan here and I just took the top of the butter. So I didn't get a chance to say it, but the milk that I used was almond milk, and the butter I'm using today is Country Crock. They have a plant-based butter, so that's what I'm using here. I normally buy Earth Balance. I really love Miyoko's. I just haven't got to those stores in my neighborhood that carry that butter, so I have to travel a little further from home to get that. But the Country Crock plant-based butter works just the same. It's very good. So I'm just gonna butter this a little bit because of course we don't want our cinnamon buns to stick. After I cut them and put them in here, of course, it's gonna need to rest. So, all right, a little messy on the bottom. Okay, so I'm using like a serrated knife. This is a bread knife, so I think this would be better that way you can kind of saw. I'm gonna start in the middle. Ooh, I can see that roll in there. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of, so I can get some even pieces here. Perfect. This is how I do sushi when I make sushi too. I get even pieces. See, it smells good? It's gonna be good too.
Even though you're very startled, it smells good.
Watch when we put them in the oven though. You're fine. Okay. All right. I hope this might take up, I don't want to overcrowd them. You don't want to overcrowd them in your pan because they're going to need to rise again. I think I can probably, yeah, I'm going to go with, let's see what we're working with here. It'd be nice if I can get them all in there. I think I might be able to. Maybe not. Go with a fatter one. You know what? I might as well just go with this. Kind of like I'm touching anyway. I don't really want crispy. Pieces. I think this bottom row might have to have a little extra one. I'll put these on the end. All right. So you're going to cover this and let it sit for another 45 minutes to an hour so that they're going to rest and raise.